It is your boy, Mad Max. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to handle and deal with exclusion while living with a disability or muscular dystrophy or any sort of disability, as I just said. But before I get into the video, I just wanted to talk about MAXIMUS Moves, my health and wellness coaching service for others living with physical disabilities. Living with muscular dystrophy myself, I know how hard it is to find purpose and direction in life. Are you held back by self-limiting beliefs, thinking you'll never have the social life you want, the love life you want, or thinking fitness is totally out of the question? With my heart, mind, and body method, you will soon realize nothing is holding you back. Think of me as your older brother and accountability partner with a mission to improve your mind, body, and soul. So if you or someone you know is currently living with a physical disability, book a strategy session with me in the description below, and we will create a personalized workout and wellness plan catered to your personal needs to take back control of your life. If you also want to join my private Facebook group for other like-minded individuals who are also motivated to take back control of their lives, link is in the description below. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about being excluded because I think it's a very relevant topic, living with a disability. I think that there are a lot of instances where when you are living with a disability, you feel excluded from certain activities that you see other people doing. And I know it's a big letdown and disappointment to think that you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do certain athletic things or certain things that your friends might be doing. And what I say to people that think it's a shame that I can't do it, well, it is a shame, but what you need to do is modify your lifestyle, find people that are willing to do things that are inclusive to you as well. So many times when I was younger, I used to have friends, well, I shouldn't really call them friends, that would not invite me to certain things because of my wheelchair, and they would use that as an excuse. And that used to really anger me. And then I realized, what kind of friends are they if they don't want to hang out with me because of my disability? So there was this one specific time going to a movie theater where the people that I was hanging out with wanted to go to the top and I couldn't. So for the longest time, they would not invite me because of that. And eventually some of my other friends actually stood up for me and we were sitting on the bottom afterward. But I don't think anyone should be put in that kind of situation. And that was completely unfair to me. And if you know someone that does that, get them out of your life, for real. But another thing with exclusion is thinking you can't do this and you can't do that because of your disability. And I used to use that as a crutch to say, oh, I can't go on dates, I'm disabled. Oh, I can't meet women, I'm disabled. Oh, I can't have a normal life because I'm disabled. And that is total BS that I used to tell myself. And if you're living with a disability or if you're not living with a disability, there's certain things that we use as a crutch to say we can't have the life that we want to have. And I've found that even despite my disability, I'm still having the life that I want to have. It's modified and there are things I can't do, which really sucks, but it doesn't stop me from living a fulfilling life despite that. And I don't want anyone to think because of their limitations that they can't have a good life as well. So many times, people living with disabilities are devalued, even though they are just as important as any other individual. And in certain instances, need extra help. And we should do all we can to make things more inclusive for people living with disabilities. You know, I don't see a lot of people in wheelchairs that are modeling or in any sort of film or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, there are some, but I find that in terms of people living with disabilities feeling excluded, that would be a great step in the right direction. And that's why the recent Oscars, Coda winning the best film, is a victory not only for the deaf community, but people living with disabilities in general. Before I continue in this video, I just wanted to take the time to talk about supplements. More specifically, supplements I use every day, whether it's creatine monohydrate to give me an extra boost in my workout, whey protein powder for my recovery. I swear by them, and you should add them to your daily workout. Living with muscular dystrophy and taking steroids, I also need vitamin D3 to keep my bones strong, CoQ10 to keep my heart healthy, and lion's mane mushroom to keep my brain and memory in check. If you're interested in adding these supplements, links are in the description below. Now back to the video. So I was just talking about inclusion and people living with disabilities feeling excluded and certain steps that could be taken as a collective society. I still think that this is a very relevant topic, living with a disability, and more needs to be said in ways to be more inclusive towards people living with disabilities and ways that our society is still exclusive and excluding people with disabilities. And in my life personally, I've had friends that have excluded me in certain activities, and that used to really anger me. And I think it should anger anyone that people are excluding others for things that they have no control over. Granted, it might make things difficult, but can you imagine how difficult my life is being someone with a disability every day? You know, it might be an inconvenience for you, but so many things are a total inconvenience for me. And I think it's just a matter of having empathy and understanding what other people are going through. So, a big takeaway from this video is that, yes, we are being more inclusive towards people with disabilities, but we as a society have to do better. And on an individual level, we have to be inclusive to people that have limitations, that have certain struggles that you might not have. And we need to be empathetic and understanding. Before I go, I just wanted to bring up the very dire situation going on in Ukraine and what you can do to help. So, in my description, you can donate to the United Way Worldwide. United Way Worldwide is the world's biggest privately funded nonprofit and has set up a relief fund in response to the intensifying humanitarian crisis, providing transportation, shelter, food, medicine, including infant supplies such as baby formula. So, as I said, that's in the description below. So, in the coming weeks, coming days, I think I'm going to talk more about feelings of being excluded and actually being excluded and the importance of inclusion for people living with disabilities. So please smash that like button, comment, subscribe. Until next time, it's your boy Max, over and out.